What are a father's rights for child custody in Dubai? One of the first things fathers say in a divorce consultation is not about assets or maintenance. It's this: am I going to lose my children? There is a persistent belief in Dubai that once a marriage ends, the mother automatically gets custody, and the father becomes a weekend visitor. That assumption causes unnecessary panic, and in many cases, it is simply wrong. The law in the UAE does not remove fathers from their children's lives by default. What it does do is prioritize the child's welfare above everything else. Once you understand how the system actually works, the position becomes far clearer and far less alarming. The starting point depends on the family. In Dubai, custody is governed by federal legislation. For Muslim families, Federal Decree Law No. 41 of 2024, the Personal Status Law, applies. For non-Muslim families, Federal Decree Law No. 41 of 2022 introduced a civil framework that significantly changed how custody is approached. That 2022 law is particularly important for expat fathers. It introduced a presumption of joint custody. In simple terms, the court begins with the idea that both parents should continue sharing responsibility after divorce, unless there is a clear reason not to. That is a major shift from older assumptions. For Muslim families, physical custody and guardianship are usually misunderstood. Custody does not equal losing control, what fathers need to know. The father often assumes that there is a total loss of control when the custody is given to the mother, but there is not. However, in physical custody, the child lives with the mother on a day-to-day basis, and in guardianship, in many Muslim cases, the father remains the legal guardian even if the child resides primarily with the mother. Guardianship commonly includes decisions about schooling, travel, passports, financial matters, and broader legal representation. That authority is not symbolic. It carries real legal weight. So while a child may spend more overnight time with one parent, major decisions often still require the father's involvement or consent. Understanding this distinction is central to understanding fathers' rights in child custody in Dubai. How Dubai courts approach custody decisions. Courts favor stability, continuity, and the arrangement that protects the child's emotional and educational well-being. Historically, younger children have often lived with their mothers, particularly in Muslim families, but that is not an automatic or irreversible rule. It depends on situations in certain cases. In non-Muslim cases under civil law, shared parenting is the default position. The court expects both parents to remain actively involved unless evidence shows that such an arrangement would harm the child. If a father can demonstrate that living primarily with him better serves the child's interests because of schooling, stability, safety concerns, or relocation risks, the court can and does award custody accordingly. Gender alone is not decisive. In such scenarios, preparation of the case is important. For that reason, many fathers seek early guidance from a top family law firm in Dubai, or consult the best family lawyer in the UAE to ensure their case is presented clearly, calmly, and with a consistent focus on the child's welfare. Relocation outside the UAE, guardian consent, and court approval. In a city like Dubai, where many families are expatriates, international relocation is one of the most contested issues. If the father is the legal guardian, the child typically cannot be relocated outside the UAE without his consent or a court order. That gives fathers significant legal standing in relocation disputes. Judges look closely at whether a move would disrupt schooling, extended family relationships, or regular contact with the other parent. If one parent wishes to move, relocation may not be approved unless the reason is in the best interests of the child. These cases are fact-heavy and require careful preparation. Impact of remarriage on father's rights for child custody in Dubai. In Muslim custody cases in Dubai, remarriage can be a factor the court considers, but it is not a mechanical trigger. The court will examine whether the new circumstances genuinely affect the child's welfare. Again, the child's interests remain the center of the analysis. How judges evaluate father's child custody rights in Dubai. In practice, Dubai courts look at patterns, not isolated arguments. Who has been actively involved in schooling? Who attends medical appointments? Where is the child most emotionally settled? Is either parent behaving in a way that creates instability? Documentation carries weight. Emotional accusations do not. Older children may be heard, depending on maturity, but their preference is only one factor among many. As Mrs. Awatif often advises clients, custody cases are not won through dramatic arguments, but through steady evidence and a child-focused presentation. Fathers seeking clarity on how courts assess these matters frequently consult a top law firm in Dubai or work with the best family lawyer in the UAE to ensure their position reflects what judges are actually looking for. Immigration and sponsorship. Even where a father does not receive primary physical custody, access rights are enforceable court orders. It is not optional, depending on goodwill. For non-compliance with the court orders, courts intervene and impose penalties for non-compliance. Travel permissions, visa status, and sponsorship rights may be affected by the custody arrangement. Such issues should be addressed specifically in expat families, since they can later become an issue. Consistency and involvement are the major focus when going through a divorce. Maintain records of your engagement in your child's life. Avoid hostile communications. Demonstrate stability. Seeking early advice from a top family lawyer in Dubai who understands how local courts approach fathers' rights in child custody cases is very crucial. Mrs. Awatif Al-Khoury from Awatif Mohammad Shoqi Advocates and Legal Consultancy has shown unwavering dedication in protecting the father's child custody rights in several divorce cases. To note, strategy and timings matter equally. Many custody outcomes are shaped long before a final judgment is issued. According to UAE law, in Muslim cases in Dubai, the father retains the right of guardianship, and in non-Muslim cases, joint custody is presumed. Divorce changes the structure of a family. It does not remove a father's legal status or importance. In Dubai, the courts understand that the benefit of children is built with meaningful relationships of both parents. Like, subscribe, and get expert legal clarity only from Awatif Mohammad Shoqi Advocates and Legal Consultants.